Hi everybody, my name's Steve Crow and I'm going to show you a couple of features that have been in AutoCAD for a few releases, but it's relatively new. I've got half an hour to show you a couple of these new features, and there's all sorts of other new features coming in the latest releases, but here's a couple of topics I thought I'd pick up on that could be useful for you guys. Okay, for those who don't know me and not been on any of my training courses yet, well, that's me there and my lad. I've been in the company since January 1989, so I've been here for over 35 years probably. Anyway, in my spare time I like the motorbikes, I do a bit of paragliding, although I've not been paragliding recently, and beekeeping, so I've got beehives in the garden. I was working the beehives at the weekend on the bees. So yes, my role with the company primarily is support and training, so if I'm not in the office or on site training, then I'm on support calls, and the products I cover, Revit and AutoCAD. But yes, we do these little webinar snippets, just a short half an hour or whatever, just to get you guys up to speed, just help you out a little bit. So they're always useful to know. But and the feedback I get from, well, both my training courses and these webinars, as you can see there, had the most useful tips and tricks ever seen in any CAD webinar. And I like the one where the guy says the ability to make what might be considered by some of the boring subject into an enthusiastic and interesting, dare I say, entertaining experience. How about that then? I'm an entertainer as well. Fantastic. So yes, it's knowing these little shortcuts and things, knowing the products. I know you guys, you're busy trying to get your work out. So I haven't got time to mess about and delve into the product. So yes, so I do try and pass on these tips and tricks and what have you in my training sessions, which I do. I'm busy doing lots of training for guys. Grey Tech, then we're Autodesk dealers, and we'll supply software to do absolutely anything in your office. So we've been on the go since '86. As I say, I joined them in 1989. So I've seen some versions of AutoCAD come and go in that time, of course, and the product's getting easier and easier to use as time goes on. We're now a platinum partner with Autodesk, highest accreditation you can get with Autodesk. So we've got programmers writing software as well. And just some facts and figures there about the company. Yeah, it's getting bigger and bigger all the time. Offices all over the world. Our head office is in France. We've got several offices in the UK as well. So, what's new in the last few releases? So, a couple of features here. Named views. Now, if you've used Revit, you'll know how easy it is to put a view onto a drawing sheet. You can do that in AutoCAD now, using named views. So, what are they? How do we set them up? How do we use them? Blah blah. And also another feature, something called Drawing Compare. What's Drawing Compare? Do you need it? How can we make use of it? Well, once I've shown you, you might think, well, yeah, that's quite cool, that, and use it. So that's what I'm going to be covering in this little half an hour session here. Okay. So after the session, if you have any questions, I'll put this slide up again. You can take a picture of my QR code there. I'll give you more information, or just drop me an email and we'll help you out where we can with those. So let me jump into my AutoCAD, which I have open in the background there. So there's my AutoCAD. Right, so let's have a look. So imagine you've been given a drawing file to put a layout into of, I don't know, HVAC, electrical schematic or whatever. Or you've been told, let me just go and open one up here. No, open this one up here, look. Open this drawing file up here. You've been told to go and do some work in this drawing file here. So it's the first time you've seen this drawing file and somebody said to you, right, I want you to go and put some switches into the paint mix store, or can you move the tanks around or rejig the piping in the thinners store or whatever. Massive busy drawing, you're not familiar with the site, you don't know where these things are. Now, on On the other hand, you may know this site very well, but you have to pass this drawing off to other people and discuss areas of the plant. Now you can do that with what are called named views. So the first use of named views is to help people, not necessarily you, but other people as well, navigate around a busy drawing like this. Now I don't know this building, so what you can, oh, sorry, if I did know this building, then you can set up an area of the drawing and give the area of the drawing a name. So, for example, if I zoom in down here, these are the, I suspect, man, I don't know what these are personally, it's not my drawing, but so I think this is a drive gear for these overhead conveyors. Okay, look like overhead conveyors, these. So this is a drive gear here. So I could make a named view of this area of the drawing. And to do that, I go to the View tab on the ribbon. There it is, the View tab. And it says, there's a button there, look on the Name Views panel, there's a button there that says New View. And you simply click that button and it pops up with this dialog box. And it's asking you to give this view a name there, look. Now, if I call it, I don't know, call it drive gear. Drive gear. There we go, call it drive gear. Now, the important thing to note here, if I pick on the extra options under here, it will save the settings of the current layer settings. Save layer snapshot with the view, which is brilliant because you don't have to remember to turn layers on and off when you go to this view. Now I need to tell it the area, so I'm going to say, I'll just turn these off. I can't. Define window, and it takes me to the drawing. Now on the drawing, I can click anywhere I want on the drawing file. I'm going to carefully place a box around this area of the drawing here. Look, that'll do there. Click. So I'm happy at that. That's the area I want to be called drive gear. Hit the enter key. It comes back to the dialog box. And you can go and rename it, change whatever you want. But I'm happy with that. Nothing else to change. And do an OK on that. And there we go. Now I have a named view around an area of the drawing. Now to access that view, I simply come up to where it says Unsaved View. And there it is, drive gear. And it takes me to that area of the drawing. Okay, so now it hasn't turned any layers off at this point. It hasn't cropped the view or anything like that, so I can double click my roller, zoom back out again, I can see the whole thing again. So let's make some more named views. Now if I zoom into this area here, there we go, and I need to do some work in here. Now I believe this is a thinner store. I'm just going to freeze this layer in here. So Home tab, freeze by selecting objects, pick that, and it's turned the hatching off, look. I might turn this hatching off as well, look. There it goes, turn the hatching off. So I can, and this hatching. Oops, I'll undo that last one. Okay, so there we go. I've turned some layers off there. So let's make a name view around here. View tab on the ribbon, New View. Type in thinner store. There we go. Define a window and pick a box around the thinner store just like that. There we go. Enter key to finish and OK on that. So I've got a couple of views in there. Now let me create a view, say, of the sprinkler pipe work in here. Those vertical red lines, that's the sprinkler pipe work with the sprinkler heads there, look. Let me just go to the Home tab. Use the Isolate tool. Let me see what the settings are. Yes, this to internal. So I'll keep that, and I'll keep some duct work because I might need to have reference that. The sprinkler pipe work. Take those dimensions there. I'll take that there. I'll take these things here. Look, and hit the enter key, and there we go. Look. I've isolated the sprinkler pipe work and the duct work and stuff like that. So double click my roller. So that's where I'm going to create a name view. Let's call it sprinkler pipe work and duct work, something like that. So View tab on the ribbon, New View, and call it pipe work. pipework, define a window, just put a box around there like that. Makes it a bit bigger because more. There we go. Hit the enter key and OK on that. Right. Home tab. Unisolate the layers. It brings them all back again. In fact, why not create a view of the whole drawing called all layers on or something like that? So view tab on the ribbon, new view, all layers on. There we go. Find a window. Go around. I'll just pick. What shall I take? Yeah, I'll just take that chunk there. Look, I'll do. And okay, when you're getting the principle, aren't you? You're getting the principles of it. Okay. So let's see how that works. There we go. I mean, don't forget you could create. I know when you are setting up a drawing file, suppose you're an electrical guy, you need to coordinate with the plumbing guy and the HVAC guy as well, don't you? Or vice versa. You need to coordinate between each other. Now, when you are working, you'll have the other information turned on. So if I come to here, look and say all layers on, all the layers on. So I put my pipe work in and such like, I can coordinate with the steel columns and everything else. When I print the thing out, I don't be printing out all that lot. I want to print out just the sprinkler pipe work, for example. So here we go. Come back up to here and say, show me the pipe work. There you go, file print. Show me the drive gear. And there it is. I want to go work in the drive gear. I want to go on the work in the thinners store. It takes me to those items. And it turns those layers on and off as well. So when you go and print the drawing out, you haven't got all the other information shown on the screen. Okay, so name views are brilliant for navigating around busy drawings. Just like that. All layers on, pipe work, as I say, drive gear. And go to the thinners store. Okay, thinners store. So anybody else who picks this drawing file up, if it's the office standard to create named views, house 1, house 2, house 3 or whatever, or you're on a busy drawing, a site plan drawing, anything like that, or on a busy drawing like this one with all the everything showing, then you can navigate around the drawing file using these named views. So that's the first use of these named views. Okay, what else can we use them for? Well, these views can be dropped onto a drawing sheet just like you can in Revit, for those who've used it. Who's used Revit? Now, for those who haven't used Revit, how do you create viewports at the moment? You probably go to the MView command and picking two corners of a box and then double clicking inside the box, and you've put on the wrong layer, so you go back to the viewport, print on the viewports layer, and then you're zooming in and out, and then trying to set the viewport scale, and then you've got the wrong layers are turned on or turned off, got to set those up, and then you go to plot it and somebody hasn't locked the viewport and it's not at the right scale, and it's a right chew on, isn't it? It's a right chew on. Right, let me show you this. So, named views. Now, in this drawing file here at the moment, I don't have a drawing sheet. Now, if this is Joe Bloggs' drawing I've received down the road, it'll probably got his layouts in there, but not my layouts. So I'm going to pull a layout into this. Pull a layout in from our standard template. So right-click from template. And there's our Office standard template. And in that template, it's got drawing sheets. So if you highlight it, do an open on that, and it shows me the drawing sheets that are in that template file. I'll bring a couple across. ISO 0, NA1, and OK on that. And it's pulled our standard sheets across. And there they are. There's our standard sheet. Notice there are no viewports. I don't need viewports because I've now got our super duper named views. Now you all know you've got this layout tab when you're in paper space. So into that there. Oh, notice before I go to that layout tab, I'm on layer viewports. So I go to the layout tab. When it makes these viewports automatically, they're going to come in on layer viewports. So question is, How do you drop them onto the drawing sheet? Well, it's dead easy, watch. On the layout tab, where you previously been going rectangular and this doing the business there and picking boxes and zooming out and all that carry on, you simply insert view, there it is, thinner store, click, and bring onto the drawing sheet. It comes in the wrong size or the wrong scale on there. Look, right click and change the scale. Right click, change the scale. Whoops, a bit too big, 1 to 20. Right click, change the scale. I'll go to 1 to 100. No, I'll leave it 1 to 50. There we go. I can always change it later on. There it is. And there is my view of the thinner store with the hatching layers turned off, set up, the right layers turned on and off at a scale of 1 to 50. Okay. Insert view, drive gear. I'll place the drive gear view there. Right click 1 to 50. I'll make it 1 to, no, I'll make it 1 to, I'll leave it 1 to 50. There we go. 1 to 50 there. That's the drive gear look. That's that one sorted. Insert view, pipe work. Right click. Can I get to 1 to 500? I'll go back to 1 to 1000. Ooh, I could tuck that one in there. Look, I'll pop it down there. There's this. There's your pipe work and duct work. Insert view. Oh, how easy is this? All layers on. Right click, 1 to 500. Ooh, look at that. And pop that one in there. Fantastic. And there we go. File print. Control P to print. Continue single sheet. You should be able to go straight to a preview. Pull across to this screen here. Full preview, bottom left there. And there are my views on the sheet. As simple as that. As simple as that. Named views. Pretty cool, aren't they? Cancel that. Pretty cool. Right. Going back to the model tab. So we okay about these named views then? Dead easy, aren't they? Dead easy. So, I've just been working on the sprinkler pipe work in this drawing, and then the guy who was doing the electrical stuff and other things in the drawings, they've sent me a revised drawing over. So let's look at the next topic. The next topic is drawing compare. So they've sent me across a new drawing. Sent me across a new drawing. They've sent me across Rev A. And here is the Rev A drawing. Okay. This is the Rev A drawing that somebody sent me across. So I could be the electrician or the HVAC guy, and the structural engineer or the architect sending the Rev A drawing. And I just spent all my time putting all my information into the original drawing. There's the original drawing. Okay. And there's the Rev A drawing. Bit of a problem. What's changed? What on earth has changed on that drawing file? I have no idea. Right. In the later releases of AutoCAD, they brought out this tool here called Drawing Compare. Okay. So, there's my drawing. Okay, let's compare it with the one that I've just been sent, the Rev A drawing. There's the Rev A drawing. Select it and do an open on that. And let's have a look and see what it flags up. Okay. See what it flags up. It's working through it. Look, now bear in mind, there are tens, if not hundreds of thousands of objects here. So there's quite a bit for it to work through to see, has that changed? Has that been added? Has that been moved? Has that been deleted? And there we go, look. It's popped up with this information. Now, at the moment, let me just change some settings here so I can see maybe see things a bit better. The cloud display, for example. If I just change it to, does that show a bit better? Yeah, maybe a bit better there. Right, so if I just pull this across here, so if it's red, it's not in my drawing. If it's green, it's not in the Rev A drawing, i.e. only in the current drawing. What is it? And then the other one there is if it's grey, there's no difference. Blimey. Right, so where is it? Now if I use these buttons here, look, it'll take me around the changes from one drawing to another drawing. Let's go and zoom in and have a look. Oh, okay. So let's just get that box up again here. So that's where it is in my drawing, and it's been moved in Rev A for whatever reason. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I can live with that. I'll accept that change in Rev A. What else has changed? So that's been moved to there. It was there. Okay. Next thing. I see what they've done there. In my drawing, the pipework comes from the thinner store. So green, don't forget, is in my drawing. And they've rationalised the route of the pipework. And they've changed it across to here. So the red, just to show you again, the red is not in the current drawing. The green is. Okay, so they moved the pipework across, got rid of all these elbows and things. Any other changes? I see the spark has been busy. He's put some switches in there, look. He's been putting some switches into that area of the drawing. Let's zoom out and see. So if I zoom out there, yeah, he's been working in the paint mix store there, look. And it's got these bubbles around. Got these bubbles around the changes there. Right. Okay. So what we need about that then? So it's told us what the changes are. And I now got the ability here, look. I have the ability here to say import those objects, or the ones I select, into my drawing. So this pipework then, if I say bring in the pipework into my drawing, the command line is saying what do you want to bring in. Well, there we go. I can say bring in that pipework there, this pipework here, and that's it. That's all I need to pull in. So I can update my drawing myself manually, as it were. Press the enter key, and it pulls those across into my drawing. There we go. And now there's no difference. It's like it's done another compare look. Those items there now, those vertical lines there, they're in both drawings. Now, you can bring items in. So I could pull in those switches and sockets from the spark is put into the Rev A across into my drawing now, if I wanted to. Alternatively, we might have a meeting here, have a site meeting about this, because I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. We need to discuss why it was changed, who changed it, and it's got implications for the work I'm doing in here. Now, obviously, if I close the compare down, I might miss some of these things when we talk about it in the office. Now, there's a tool here, look, on the Draw and Compare button while we're still in the compare mode. I can create like a hybrid drawing between these two, my original drawing and the Rev A drawing. And as it says there, it'll export and bind the results of the comparison into a new sort of hybrid drawing. Let's try that one then. So here we go. Bring it over here. So it does a save as look, and it does a compare there. Save on that, and just continue on that. So what it's doing now is taking both of those drawings and merging them together. It's telling me it's doing it down here. Look, bottom right of the screen. It's down there. Look, it's doing this merge between these two drawings. Then once it's done, I can close. In fact, I can close the compare now. And close the compare. There we go. So I've closed the compare, and I'm back in my drawing file here, look, and I can crack on with my work. Now while it's doing that merge, let's go and have a look and see what happened to the pipework over here. So there we go, look, what it's done is pulled in the information from the Rev A drawing, so I can get rid of this over here. I don't need this anymore, because that was only in my drawing, wasn't it? So I delete that. There we go. And now it looks like some bit of pipework down here, look. Get rid of that. There we go. So now it's like the Rev A drawing. So I've imported the items across and pulled them into my drawing. Now, I guess I could have windowed the whole lot there and just pull the whole lot across. So it's finished doing the processing. Let's have a look. Open the hybrid drawing. So it's loading the hybrid drawing in now with the changes between our two original drawing files. Okay. That's the message. And there we go. There's our hybrid. If I double click my roller, you can see the majority of it is the same. But I can see in there that information, don't forget if it's green, it's only in the access route drawing, and if it's red, it's only in the Rev A drawing. Notice that this pipework here is in both drawings now, of course, so it's not, that hasn't turned red there. But panning across here, if I zoom in here, you see these switches down here. That's the BS standard for a double pole switch. Okay, so that's not in the my current drawing, it's in the Rev A drawing. And over here, we saw there was some up here, wasn't there? In fact, I could have used these. I could have used these buttons here to move around it. There we go. So I can see there what's in or what's not in both drawings. So that is the drawing compare routine, which is quite a cool tool there. Okay, so there's my original drawing. Okay, there's my Rev A drawing. And if I have a look in this one, there we go. I've got all layers on. There's a view there. Fire protection, all the fire protection information, all your sensors. Okay. There's oven A. If you need to go and do some work on oven A. And there's oven B. So this is a blowing warm airing into the building. There's your sprinkler pipe work. There's tunnel layers off look and my thinner store. Such a useful tool. You can drag and drop those views on the drawing sheet. So there we go, guys. What do you think of that? So that was named views and drawing compare. Have any questions or queries? I mean, these are the kinds of things that I cover in my training courses. So if you have any questions or queries, or you'd like to see a webinar on, I don't know, say dimensions or whatever, dimensions and putting tolerances on your dimensions, or annotative objects, that's another good one that people can't get their head around. Annotative objects, where they scale up and down based on the viewport scale. And that includes hatching, text, dimensions, that kind of thing. Yeah, if you've got any ideas for future webinars, drop me an email. Get your name up in lights. And if you want more information on the training courses that we run essentials courses, update courses, CAD manager courses, you name it, we'll run a course on anything you want. Okay, so the workshops are really good, and courses where I'm looking at update courses and just hints and tips and stuff like that. Get in touch with us. Get in touch, and yeah. Okay, guys, have a good day. Catch you later. Bye now.